What's up, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of New Comic Book Day Haul. I am your host, AR Comics, and today I'm going to be going over my top 10 list for New Comic Book Day, May 26, 2021. I picked up a total of 12 different issues this week, so you know what that means. 2 of them did not make the top 10 list, but before I do go over this list, if you are new to the channel, I drop weekly comic book content that'll keep you up to date on all the latest releases. So if you don't want to miss out on that, make sure you hit the subscribe button down low and the little bell to get notified. Every time I drop new content, you won't regret it. And now, without further ado, let's get started on this top 10 list. So as always, I hope you guys had a fantastic New Comic Book Day and you enjoyed all of the issues you picked up this week. This was such an incredible week for new comics. We had the new arc for Something is Killing the Children, Philadelphia came out with a new issue, and we had TMNT's The Last Ronin. There were so many other awesome issues as well, but with that, you know what that means. 2 of these issues did not make the cut, and these 2 were in no particular order, and as always, I'm going to try to keep this as spoiler-free as possible, but you already know, sometimes spoilers do happen. So this first issue, we have Images, Shadecraft, issue number 3. This is cover A, and honestly, I really didn't like this issue that much. I thought the concept of the overall story was very good. I thought the first issue was good. They kind of went a different way in the second one, and now with this third one, this whole shadow business, they're turning it into kind of a school, and now this girl has the powers, and they're trying to teach her how to fight these shadows. I don't know, just not really for me. I thought they were going to take a totally different route with it. So for those reasons, not only did it not make the cut, but I'm probably not going to be continuing on with this series. I gave it 3 issues, just not for me. With this next one, we have Images again. Haha, issue number 5. This is cover A. And overall, I think the series has just been alright. I talk about it all the time. Some of these issues are hit or miss, and this one, I kind of did like it. I like the overall concept of the story where we have someone that's a little bit older, they're grouchy, they're grumpy with everything, and they're kind of just reminiscing on the past, how great things used to be and how shitty things are now. And I don't know, that kind of hit with me because there's a lot of things that I think about all the time that are great from the past and how much things do suck right now. But there were just so many awesome issues out right now for this week. So for those reasons, haha, issue number 5 did not make the cut. So let's move on to the real top 10 list. Alright, so to kick this list off this week, we've got coming in at number 10, this is Source Point Press's Damn Cursed Children, issue number 5. This is cover A, and I've seriously really been enjoying this series so far. This was a recommendation you guys made to me quite a few videos ago, and I finally was able to pick up the first 4 issues. I read them all in one sitting, and this series is just so cool. I am a big Walking Dead fan. I like the black and white aspect to the story itself too, so if you don't like zombies, you don't like black and white books, you're probably not going to like this one as well. And admittedly, there really isn't a whole story going on right now. They're just kind of going about their day, and now all of a sudden kids have gotten possessed and basically turns into just a bunch of adults killing these tiny little children, and there's not really much else to it. It's just a fun little story. I highly recommend it to everyone. It's gory, and it's just, I don't know, a nice survival horror type series right now. But I'm looking forward to the rest of the series. I'm not exactly sure how many issues they're coming out with, but definitely check it out if you're into that type of a genre. But for those reasons, we've got Damn Cursed Children, issue number 5, coming in at number 10. Up next, we've got coming in at number 9 this week, this is AWA's Casual Fling, issue number 4 of 4, so if you are reading this, this is the end of the series, and I definitely suggest checking this one out. So I think overall, they did a great job with the series. I actually really liked this issue as well, and I talked about it in the previews video on Sunday. I thought that they were going to wrap this one up very well, and while I kind of think that they did, they definitely needed at least one more issue. There was kind of a lot going on in this one, and then while they did a great job setting up the ending, it felt like to me a little rushed, and it just kind of ended. So if we had one more issue to kind of spread everything across. So within this issue, it was kind of, you had all the women doing their testimony saying, this is what happened when I was with this guy, this is what it led to, and then we had a whole second half of the story while that was kind of going on. The main characters doing their investigating and trying to figure out who this guy is. So if we could have focused maybe a little bit more on the testimonies while a little bit of investigation was going on, I think it would have set up a 5th issue very well, where they would have been able to properly end this series. So while I did really like it, I love it from AWA. I think they did a great job overall with it, and overall it is definitely one of my more favorite ones that they did come out with. I just think I needed one more issue, so for those reasons, we've got AWA's Casual Fling, issue number 4, coming in at number 9. And next up, we've got coming in at number 8 this week, this is Marvel's Alien issue number 3. This is cover A, and I am loving this series so far. Marvel's doing such a great job with it. So with the first issue, we pretty much just got some backstory. It laid the groundwork for where the series was going to be going, a little bit on the slower side. I wasn't too sure about it in the beginning. The second issue, we got a little bit of plot progression. We got to see some more characters, and I liked it. But with this issue, this is the one that we as fans have been waiting for. We got to see the alien in its environment. There was so much action. Definitely had a creepy vibe. It was almost as if I was watching the movie. I really enjoyed it, and they had a little bit of a twist as well. I'm really interested to see where they go with this potential new monster. I'm not going to be talking about it a whole lot, but we can talk about it more down low in the comments section. But for those reasons, we've got Alien issue number 3 coming in at number 8. Up next, we've got coming in at number 7 this week. This is AWA's Chariot, issue number 3 of 5. This is cover A, and I am really digging this series so far. I think they're doing a great job with it. Do I think it's going to have the best ending and the one that it deserves? Probably not. I think they could keep going with it, but as far as now goes, I think they're doing a great job with it. So with this issue, it picks up exactly where the last one left off. Jim is still literally falling out of the sky, but he's basically dealing with everything that's happened in the second issue. Everyone is after him. Everybody wants him, basically because of the attachment with him and the Chariot. So it's basically a ton of action. He's on the move. He's trying to get away from them. But while there is a lot of action, we do get a little bit of backstory on the Chariot and her sister and why her sister wants her. And we basically figure all that out. I'm definitely not going to be spoiling that one, but a lot of other stuff does happen too. So for those reasons, we have Chariot issue number 3 coming in at number 7. Up next, we've got coming in at number 6 this week, this is Marvel's Black Widow, issue number 7. This is cover A, and seriously, I didn't realize I could love a Black Widow series so much. Kelly Thompson is truly doing an incredible job with this run right now. Every time I finish one of these issues, I just want to read another one. So with this series, the last issue was the start of a brand new arc. We got introduced to a new character. We didn't really get a lot of backstory on her, so I figured this issue was definitely going to be on the slower side, and it kind of was. We got to see Lucy. We find out she has some powers. She doesn't really know how to control them, but then they flipped the script and the whole second half of the issue was straight action. This group of people that Black Widow have been chasing this whole time, she finally found them and they were just fighting it out the whole time. Something a little bit on the bigger side did happen towards the end that's kind of going to affect Lucy a little bit, so I can't wait to see where she goes with this one. I'm really loving this series so far. Definitely check it out if you can. So for those reasons, we've got Black Widow issue number 7 coming in at number 6. And now we're down to the top 5 issues of the week. So we have coming in at number 5 this week, this is Images, The Department of Truth, issue number 9. This is cover A, and honestly, I felt like this issue was definitely more on the boring side. I thought there was going to be a lot more of something happening, especially with the way the last one left off. We had Cole and we had the new character Hawk, and they were kind of discussing things, and I thought they were going to progress what they were talking about from the last issue. But with this one, while I did think at some points it was a little bit more boring, I love the discussions they were having. I love the concept of this issue. Just they were talking about magic. They started it off and said, Cole, what do you think about magic? Do you think it's real? Do you believe in it? And from there, the entire conversation was all these different things about symbol, what magic really means, the concept of it. And they did such a great job with this issue. The artwork, it's still slowly growing on me. I know it's 9 issues deep. Philadelphia's artwork grew on me. This one's definitely going to grow on me as well. But let's talk about this one a little bit more down low because like I was saying, not a lot of action, not a lot of plot progression, but I just love the conversation that those two had. So for those reasons, we've got The Department of Truth issue number 9 coming in at number 5. Up next, we've got coming in at number 4 this week, this is Marvel's Miles Morales Spider-Man, issue number 26. This is cover A, and Saladin Ahmed is killing it on this right now. I am loving what he's done with Miles. I feel like this is one of my favorite, if not my favorite, Marvel ongoing right now. So with this issue, the Clone Saga is obviously continuing, and he's killing it with that too. I really wasn't even that interested in the Clone Saga. To me, I was thinking, alright, Clone Saga, the last arc was okay. This one's probably not going to be too good to me either, because I'm just not really that interested in it, and he's killing it. There was action, there was plot progression, and even by the end of it, I was kind of feeling bad for the clones. So with this issue, we've got Spider-Man, we've got Miles Morales as well. They're fighting the clones, they're doing their thing. So then from there, we actually kind of got to see what the clones were up to a little bit while they were kind of hiding it out. And they're kind of getting into Miles' personal life, and it's really affecting him. So Miles takes it into his own hands, and he goes from there. Like I said, the clones are up to something. We don't really know what it is, but Saladin Ahmed, the way he's writing it, I kind of was feeling a little bad for him. I'm really interested in seeing where they go with this series right now. For something I really wasn't even that interested in, he's killing it. So for those reasons, we've got Miles Morales, issue number 26, coming in at number 4. And now we're down to the top 3 books of the week. We've got coming in at number 3 this week. This is Image's Philadelphia, issue number 13. This is cover B. This is such a awesome cover to me. They didn't have cover A either. That's why I picked this one up. But this is a brand new arc if you are reading the series, and they started off so strong. We got to see the new character. It's going to be Thomas Jefferson. Yes, I know we had John Adams first, and now they have moved on to Thomas Jefferson, but we got to see a backstory on him. What has he been up to this entire time? And it was so cool to see it. And now we've got Thomas Jefferson, what he's going to be doing with John Adams. We don't 100% know yet because he's kind of up doing his own thing. We did get to see the other main characters as well. They kind of were all over the place a little bit with this issue, but the main focus really was on Thomas Jefferson. He's going to be the primary focus, I believe, as the villain for this arc. I'm really excited for it. Thank you again for everyone that got me back onto this series. I only read, I think, 4 issues, and I was like, nah, I'm done. And everyone said, no, you get your ass right back onto this series because it is that good. So thank you for that. But seriously, I think this actually is going to be a pretty decent jumping on point. Won't be the best one, but if you do want to read this series, I think you can still pick this one up and kind of get an understanding of what's really been going on. You're going to be missing some stuff, but it still shouldn't be all that bad. So for those reasons, we have Philadelphia, issue number 13, coming in at number 3. And here we go. We're down to the top 2 issues of the week. We have coming in at number 2 this week. This is Boom Studios. Something is Killing the Children, issue number 16. This is cover A, and I also picked up cover B. I had to get them both. I love this series so much. If they had the 1 in 25s, the 1 in 50s, whatever they had, I would have picked those up as well, but these were the only options today. But the series is back. This is a brand new arc, and we got the origin of Erica Slaughter. This is what all the fans were waiting for, and honestly, I thought it was very well done. When I finished this issue, I flipped the next page, and I thought, no, this is not done. I need more pages, because honestly, we didn't get a lot of anything. We just saw her basically where they found her, what happened, what caused the House of Slaughter to even show up to her house. I thought that was awesome. The other cool thing we got to see is, I believe, the little plush toy. I think the name is Octo. We got to see what soul is trapped in there, or whatever's trapped in there. I'm not going to be spoiling that one, but we get a little bit of a backstory on that one as well. I love this series. I talk about it so highly. I couldn't give it number 1 this week though, but seriously, this is a fantastic jumping on point. You obviously won't get what she was when she was a little bit older, but I cannot wait to see what James Tynion does with this series. So for those reasons, we have Something is Killing the Children, issue number 16, coming in at number 2. And here it is, my top read of the week. We have coming in at number 1 this week. This is IDW's TMNT The Last Ronin, issue number 3. This is cover A, and this is another one fans have been waiting for so long. Someone in the comments section on my last video said that they pre-ordered this issue on, I believe it was December 17th. So that's at least giving you a ballpark idea of how long we've been waiting for this next issue. And I thought they did a great job with this one. It pretty much does pick up right where the last one left off. And I mean, there's just so much going on in this issue. I can't talk about it all. I don't want to spoil everything, but just an idea for it. It's like we get a backstory on what the Ronin's been up to this whole time, what led him to where he is right now, what happened in the past, what happened to all of his brothers, what happened to Splinter and some of these other characters. And just, man, there is really just so much happening in this issue. I love the different artwork that they've been doing. I love the flashbacks. I just think overall they have done such an incredible job with this series. I think it has been worth the hype. I am a TMNT fan. If you're not a big fan of the series, you might not enjoy this one as much as I am right now, but seriously, let's talk about this one a little bit more down low in the comments section. So for those reasons, my top read of the week, sorry it's Something That's Killing the Children. I did love that issue too, but we've got TMNT's The Last Ronin, issue number 3, coming in at number 1. So what you guys think about this week's New Comic Book Day? There were so many awesome issues. Something is Killing the Children is back, and we got a brand new arc and the origin of Erica Slaughter. We also got TMNT's The Last Ronin, issue number 3, hands down number 1 pick of the week. I'm sorry, Boom Studios. I love that Something is Killing the Children issue, but TMNT's The Last Ronin took number 1. Let me know down low in the comments section what your favorite issue was of the week, and thank you for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, make sure you hit that thumbs up button, and if you don't want to miss out on any of my upcoming content, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down low and the little bell to get notified every time I drop new content. You won't regret it. And I've got 2 more videos sitting off to the side here with more of my comic book content. Click on one of those and I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day.